Hello, 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 my crafty peeps. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I think I heard that from another YouTuber. Anyway, so as you can see from the title, I was invited to be a guest for Tamika, who was on the YT. Tamika sending smiles for her mystery crafty. Let me look at my little notes here. Swap. And it's a 2026, of course. And so you can see down in the description, what it's all about. And it's been going through the last couple of weeks. And so now we are at week 4. So this is week 4 main project. And y'all gotta excuse my voice. I am a little under the weather. So I want to go ahead and get this done because I think it's going to be all downhill from here. So let me show you what I am creating for you today. Now, I'm doing twofold because for one, I'm trying to get out of just making stuff and then just be sitting around. I want to make stuff to be able to do something. So for Mother's Day, we are doing gift exchanges for the mothers. And so I'm making these little bags. So this is what I'm making for you today. And they're like little, because the swap is like a summer themed. And so I did do these little boxes here. And I got 3 of them already. I need 4, so I'm going to do the last one here on camera. And so this Mother's Day is actually, I just got this off of, I think, Creative Fabrica. I got the Mother's Day, took in a silhouette, did the offset twice, I'm guessing, and then cut it out and put it on these. So that's why I got this from, and that's the one I need. So the measurements is going to be down below, but it's fairly easy. You just need a couple of pieces of paper. Whatever you want your base to be, of course, because of course you could do it in black cardstock. I decided to do it in this paper right here, just to give it color. I'm going to show you what I use real quick. This is Miss Kate's paper collection, and it's, I'm not sure what the name of it is for this particular summer break. Yeah, I'm not ready, y'all. I'm not prepared. I'm just trying to get to the first page. Here we go. So it's called Summer Break. So I use this collection. I'm not sure from when it's from. I think I got this in a D-stash. I don't see like a date or anything like that. So this is what I'm using. And, it's the paper and the cardstock, and also got the 6x6 in there. So that's what I'm using, the paper. And this is the main piece that I'm using right here. I'm going to cut a piece after I get this done to measure it. So for your main piece, you're going to need a piece that is 11 by 6.5. That's my measurements. Of course, once you see how to make this, you can make any size you want. But the one that I'm currently about to do for this bag here is 11 by 6.5. Okay? So fairly simple. I got my piece of paper. I'm going to score 1/2 inch on the long side, so on the 11 inch side of 11 inch at the top, even though you can't see it here because I'm using a small score bar. I'm just going to score at 1/2 inch. Now this bag is not my original idea, but I did, what did I do? Changed up a little bit because the way that it was done was not working for me. And I'll show you that when I get to it here. Alright, and so then I'm just going to score that. And this is fairly easy. I'm going to put a piece of score tape here. I put it on the outside, of course, if you wanted to put it on the inside, but I want this to wrap around the back of my other side over there. So I'm going to take this score tape off. And I'm going to bring this side up and put it right on the other side of that score line. Like so, even it up. Put that on there. So that is done. Alrighty. Now I like this in the front. I don't want it on the sides. It makes it difficult when I'm about to do that side. So even though it's like this, I could just, press it down so it'll be like this. But I like to put this in the middle here. It don't give me as much problems. So I just put it towards the middle, and then I flatten everything down. So that is that. Get my score tool back, and then at the bottom here, I am going to score at 1.5. And this is me so I can get the bottom of my bag. 1.5. Okay. Take it back off. I'm going to fold and burnish that score line. Make sure it's nice and score. Now, of course, the thicker paper you have, the more you have to score. So then here at the bottom, you're going to take it, open it up, and this line right here, so that line, let me bring it up. So this right here is just going to line with the line straight down the middle, right there where you scored that. So I'm just going to put that there and just press this down so it lines up, and then I'm going to press that down, burnish that in place. So that middle score line here goes straight down the middle of that line right there. I'm going to burnish that. Now, I done did a lot of testing and waste a lot of paper on this part right here. So, I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to show you how to do it. Just a tad bit past, because this is the score line right here. Let me see if I put it right here. This is the score line. And of course, y'all can't see it. I'm going to put it a little bit past that because I wanted to get on this flap right here. So, just not even 1/4 inch probably, or you can do 1/4 inch. It's up to you. Put that on there like that, and then I'm going to score. There's tons of ways to do this. Y'all can look on, YouTube, Pinterest, all over the place. But this is what's been working for me for these last 3. And so it's just, let me just show y'all a little bit, see if I can see it from the side. If I put it on, it's just a little bit over that line, because this is the line right here, and then that's that. Okay. Then the top, I'm going to bring down over the top one and into the middle. So this one at the bottom, this end part right here is going to be like in the middle of this one. So over onto the middle to make sure they overlap. Okay. I'm going to go and burnish that down. Like I said, it might be another way, better way. I'm sure it is. Then I'm going to get my score tape again. I'm going to put some right here so this can stay down. Just put some in this corner. And up here. Now make sure that this is over enough that when I put this having this score tape, that it won't get in here and it'll be actually on the paper. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move this score tape, those little pieces in this one. Of course I'm on here, so it's gonna act up. There we go. Put that over a little bit. I'm gonna put this one up, burnish that down, and bring this one down. And burnish that in place. Of course, you could use wet glue. I'm using this score tape for just to get it done quicker. I don't want to wait for it to dry. So that's that. Okay. I'm gonna bring it back over to my scoreboard, and I am going to score at 3/4 inch on both sides. So over here, I'm doing 3/4. Of course, you're gonna have to do a little maneuvering to get it down over at the bottom there. Okay. I'm gonna flip it and do the same thing over here. Now, be careful to make sure you're getting the 3/4, because it could always jump. Alright, so we got that. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to fold on those lines. Scoring tool again. Well, it is a scoring tool that I'm using before anyway. So then I'm going to do this other side. So, okay. Now I'm going to open everything back up, even this bottom. Put my hand in there and just open everything, push everything out. So on the side here, I just want you to see it. You can see where we got this line here. Hopefully you can see and get up here. Little triangle right there. So I want that to be squared off. So I'm just going to pinch it a little bit. Come over here and make sure this side is the same. And this, just so that I can be able to fold this in. And once we do this, then of course, just like with anything, with every piece of paper, we got to manipulate it to do what we want to do. And I'm going to push. So this is it. I'm pushing in this other side. Get them all lined up here. Start coming down. Now down here. And it's just because this paper is a little thicker, you might not have to do it depending on, what paper you're using. To do a little bit of manipulation. to get it to fold because it's thicker down here for one. You know, I overlapped them. And not only that, I mean, it's handmade, so it's not professional. We're not machines, y'all. So then I'm just going to take my bone folder and go up the side, get everything scored, turn it over, make sure everything's good to go. And then here we have it. Now, this is where I changed it up a little bit. Because originally when they do these bags, well, let me just finish this part first, so then you'll be able to see it better. So then after I do that, I put it back on here, and the top part, because it's the bottom, I put it back on here, and I score at an inch. Okay. Scored at an inch. Make sure I get across there. Alrighty, and then I'm going to get my ruler, because I need to find the middle. There we go. And I think I usually do 1 7/8. Those are the other ones anyway. So I'm going to put this on here and center it. 1 7/8 and 1 7/8. I got my 0 right here, and I go 1/2 inch to the left, 1/2 inch to the right of that 0, and that gives me an inch. Got my 2 marks right there. And I use those as guides, so I'm going to get my scissors. So here go my 2 marks, and then here go my inch score line. So I'm just doing on my inch score line up until that mark that I made at the top. So I just on the score line, and then here's my first mark. I'm going to turn it around, do the same thing over here. I got my score line that I made right here. I'm cutting on it up until I get to that other mark. So just like that. You see my 2 marks right there. Okay? Now, this is where it changes. Because usually if you go watch the shirt boxes or bags or whatever, they take this little part out, somehow fold it out here like this. Now, this paper going to tear, so I'm not going to do it. To bring it out to make it just like a little shirt, right? To make it look like a shirt. Because it's supposed to be like this or something. But it kept tearing. It might be just my paper tearing. The sleeve look crazy. For one, it's too short. Anybody got them little short sleeves like that? So I didn't like it, so I made my own. So I left that like that. This is this. Now here, of course, we're going to take these sides out. This is the same as the original. And then I just fold where I made those marks at before. I'll fold this one over. Look at that mark. I'm going to fold this one over. So I got the collar, right? Now I just need the sleeve. Now, so let me sit this down here. Because let me do the sleeves. Now for the sleeves, I also got these down there. These are 1.5 by 2. 1.5 by 2. So I get my trimmer. So the fan will deal with here we go. Because I make my own sleeve. Now with these sleeves, being that they now if you just use a white paper, whichever way you cut it, you can flip it and do it any way you wanted to. But being that these are one-sided, and I don't want the white, I want this pink color, I put 2 back to back. So opposite each other. So opposites attract, I guess what you want to say. And so this is the 2 inside, and this is the 1 inside. So I guess, and so since this is 2 and this is 1, I cut right there on that angle. So I'm going to put it in my trimmer, put that angle up there. I got both pieces of paper. I'm going to do that angle at the bottom. Cut. And this gives me 4 pieces. I only need 2 because I just need that front and back. All right. Let me get a paper clip because it's usually what I use. Sorry about that. Alright, so this will be one sleeve that I will glue and put here. See the sleeve, and then I'm going to take this one, turn it around, and it is going to go here. And that's my other sleeve. The only thing with these boxes is you have to put your stuff in there, you know what I'm saying, before you can close them up. So I'm going to, depending on, you know, how you want to decorate. You can decorate it any way you want to. Of course, you're going to find a lot on my line. I was measuring each one just in case. So I'm doing 3.5 by 4.5. And this is my paper of choice right here. 3.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to go home and do my 4.5. So my 3.5. And it's because these boxes are going to be open. It's going to go right there. Now in here, like I said, I guess I didn't say, we're doing a gift exchange. I think these are and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've decided just because my daughter having a graduation, my goddaughter just had a birthday, I am partied out. I can't go do nothing else. I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. So by the time this is what they get. I'm putting $10 in each one of mine. So you know how they do them. Everybody get a bag and put it in the middle table. You grab it or whatever. So we're just doing it for the mothers. It's five of us, but I'm not giving myself one. So I'm doing four, and they're getting this money in here. So I will glue this on here, all right? And I'm not gonna do it right now just because my throat is really starting to bother me. I want to go get some tea or something. And this will be folded. This will be folded. I'll put this paper clip here, all right? Another thing I have done, I just have another slip of paper here, and this is half an inch. This is a half an inch. So it's up to you whether you want to use this or put it. And I just tuck it up there to see, because you ain't going to see that other half. Cut it. And then I just use the straight side down here, and this is going to be stuck up there. You're not going to be able to see it. This right here. Put some glue just on the edges, because of course we want it to, I guess this side right here, which is a 1 inch side, to be at the bottom, because that's what's going to give you that sleeve. So I just tuck it right up under here on that side. Just put a little glue on there, tuck that one there, and this one I know is going to be over here. Put glue right here along this long side. Like so. And that's my shirt. And then of course, just have to wait for those to stick. And there we have the shirt. Now, of course, like I said, you can do this in any size. You can get a 12 by 12 piece of paper and, go to town and practice. Like I said, I use up a lot of paper to get these measurements, because I wanted it to be small and fairly easy. So this is this is what I have created for the mystery. Some little bags, little shirt bags, and a different method, like I said. That way you can get whatever size sleeves you want, because that one wasn't working for me. For this size. Now, for this size that I was doing, those little sleeves wasn't working. So, of course, I got my other Mother's Day going to go on there. I'm debating the reason I haven't put it down yet is because I'm not for sure. I got these bling pieces right here. I'm not sure if I want to put some bling on there or some smaller ones. So I'm not for sure if I want to do something else. But it will probably go right here. I'm messing around with this, and the glue ain't stick yet. So I'll do this one. Let me bring the other two over here. So these are the four that I have created. You got this blue, aqua color, you got a yellow, this orange color we just did, and of course this blue. So these are my four. But like I said, I'm not for sure. If I put this right here, maybe a little bling piece there, bling piece there. I'm not sure about up here yet, but that is my plan. I haven't decided yet. I gotta find the bling pieces. But okay, y'all, that's what I have for you today as a main project. I want to thank Tamika, even though I probably gave her a hard time. She probably gonna invite me to nothing else. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any comments. Like I said, I'm gonna have the measurements down below. And okay. Into the next mystery. Like I said, this is week 4. This is week 4's main project. Thanks for watching.